This is not the grave marker of Beverly Rose Potts, the 10-year-old West Side Cleveland girl who disappeared on August 24th, 1951. This is simply a memorial marker placed here in West Park Cemetery on Ridge Road in Cleveland, Ohio. Now, Beverly's parents, Robert and Elizabeth Potts, are buried right here. Her mother passed away in 1956 and her father much later in 1970, never knowing what happened to their daughter. And it was on that fateful night in August of '51 that Beverly and her best friend Patricia Swing ventured a quarter of a mile from their homes on Lynette Avenue over to nearby Halloran Park on West 117th Street, where the show wagon was making its annual summer stop. Hey, many of you Collinwood folks remember the show wagon stopping at Mandalay Playground, where amateur singers and dancers entertained the public for free. I remember that well. However, at 8:30 on this night, Patricia, who had to be home before it got dark, headed home. And that means she left Beverly to watch the show wagon, along with about 1,500 other people at Halloran Park that night. But when the show wagon entertainment ended at 9, and Beverly had not reported home by 9:30, her father Robert and her 22-year-old sister Anita went looking for her. And when they returned home at 10:30 without Beverly, the police were notified and a massive search got underway. Now that was in the summer of 1951. And in spite of thousands of so-called tips about her disappearance, and after a number of suspects were scrutinized by the police before being cleared, Beverly Potts, who if she is alive today would be 77 years old, is still missing. Now, the most accepted theory of her disappearance is that at Halloran Park, some guy she knew and trusted offered her a ride home. See, Beverly would never get into a car with a stranger, and she was very leery of men to begin with. She was a wise 10-year-old girl. She must have known this guy. And he got her in the car and tried a sexual advance, and things happened. She panicked, he panicked. He ended up killing her and dumping her body. That's what a lot of people think happened. The guy was probably well known in the community, but never, for whatever reason, came under the radar as a serious suspect by the police. And you know, it certainly wasn't long after her disappearance that parents with young children of their own would use this tragedy as a way of persuading their kids to make sure they always were back home at time at a reasonable hour in the evening. In fact, parents were known to say to their children, quote, "Make sure you're home before dark, or you might end up like Beverly Potts," unquote. Check us out on YouTube. Heading back to Collinwood now, from West Park Cemetery in Cleveland, Sonino John Paul Scarletti saying thanks for watching, God bless you, and I'll see you later.